All right, Pac-Manian's back here with the bottom page of page 3, 10.3. Got some kind of interesting problems here. This one's really interesting. I'm going to take you through all the steps and just see if you notice this to begin with. But it says Rada has a 5-pound bag of clay. Her craft project requires 5 ounces of clay for each batch of 6 ornaments. If she uses all of the clay, how many ornaments can Rada make? Or Rada. I like Rada better because it sounds like Rados. So we got a 5-pound bag of clay. That's what she's starting with, right? So she went to the store, she bought a big 5-pound bag. And her craft project requires 5 ounces of clay for each batch of 6 ornaments, right? So what do you think we need to do here? I mean, what's the first step? What is she using to make her batches that give us the ornaments? I mean, it's kind of a stepwise process, right? Yeah, she's using ounces, right, to make it. She needs 5 ounces to make one batch, but we have it in pounds, so what do we need to do? Convert, right? So first thing we want to do is find total ounces. Total ounces. All right, and then so I'm gonna take 5 and multiply it by 16, right? Because ounces are small, so I need more of them. If I need more, I need to multiply. So I'm gonna take 5 times 16. I'm gonna put my 16 on top because I like my numbers to be that way. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. Probably a lot of you already knew that. So I've got 80 ounces total. Okay, so my second step is every time she's gonna do this, she's gonna take out 5 ounces and she's gonna make a batch of ornaments. Batch, 5 ounces, batch, 5 ounces, right? So she's gonna take out 5 ounces repeatedly. If I repeatedly subtract, what operation is that? It's division, right? What did we just do? We multiplied, now we're doing division, so I'm gonna find batches here. Number 2, I gotta find out how many batches I can make. Well, how many ounces of clay do I have? 80. And how many ounces do I need for a batch? 5. This is where this problem got a little weird, right? 5. Well, what's 80 divided by 5? It's, you should know right now that's 16, right? Because we just did, it's an inverse operation, right? This is actually gonna be 16. Right? If I go 16 times 5 is 80, then 80 divided by 5 is 16, or 80 divided by 16 is 5. Either way. All right? So third, okay, so I went back and forth. I wonder how many, did anybody notice that? When I multiplied by 16 and then divide by 5. It's kind of interesting. All right, then I'm going to take 3. I'm going to take my total number of batches, and I want to find my number of ornaments. So it's my third step. How many ornaments do I get from 16 batches? So I'm from ounces, pounds to ounces, to batches, now to my ornaments. Each batch makes 6 ornaments. So I'm going to take my 16 batches times 6 ornaments in each batch, and I'm going to multiply that out. 6 times 6, 36. 6 times 1, 6, come on, plus 3, 96. So 96 ornaments. All right. Okay. So that's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, 96. Represent a problem. Ellis used 48 ounces of rye flour in a bread recipe. Write an expression you could use to find how many pounds of rye flour. Explain how the expression represents the problem. So that's where they're going to try to get us, right? So we got to be able to explain ourselves. So let's start off. What do we have? We have 48 ounces of rye flour. Okay, that's what we're starting with, and we want to go from ounces to pounds, right? So if we want to go from ounces to pounds, what do we need to do? Pounds are bigger, so I need fewer. If I need fewer, I have to divide. So I'm going to take my 48 and I'm going to divide it by what? How many ounces are in a pound? 16, right? Boom, 48 divided by 16. Now, it doesn't tell us to solve the problem, but of course you all probably know that's 3, right? Because we've done so many 16 times 1, 2, 3s, and 4s and 5s. But that's our expression, or it could be 48 divided by 16. That's the way I prefer it, right? But it says now, explain how the expression represents the problem. So what are we doing here? It's kind of like what we just said in the beginning. It represents the problem. I've got 48. I divide 48 by 16 because pounds are bigger. Whoa, pounds are bigger. That's why I divide. And there's 16 ounces in a pound. Don't tell me you can't see. All right. So now you can pause that, get that down, right? But you just take the expression and explain it as best you can. Kevin uses 36 ounces of dried apples and 18 ounces of dried cranberries to make a fruit snack. He plans to sell the snack in half-pound bags or containers. How many containers will he fill? Will any fruit snack be left over? All right. So this is another multi-step problem. We put number 1 here. So what should I do first? I've got these 36 ounces of dried apples and 18 ounces of dried cranberries, right? And I want to do half-pound containers. So what should I do first? If I'm going to do this, I'm going to take this 36 ounces and 18 ounces, and the word in the middle here is and. What does and always mean? And means to add, right? So I'm going to take 36 plus 18 to get the total amount. I mean, you think about it, if I'm going to make a fruit snack, I'm going to put it all in there and mix it all up, right? So I get it all together. 8 plus 6, 14. 1 plus 3 plus 1, 5. So I'm going to end up with 54 ounces to start. And now I'm going to repeatedly take out a half a pound. If I repeatedly take something out, what's that called? Division, right? Now, it's a half a pound. Well, how many ounces in a pound? If there's 16 ounces in 1 pound, how much is in a half a pound? Right? So this is how I want to start this. How many are in a half a pound? What's half of 16? Yeah, it's 8, right? Divided by 2. So I want to take out 8 ounces at a time. And if I want to take 8 ounces at a time, I'm going to divide by 8. So I'm going to take my 54 divided by 8. How many 8s are there in 54? See, how many think it's 7? 7 times 8, 56. 56 is too much, right? So it's got to be 6. 6 times 8, 48. All right, 4 minus 8 is, of course, 4, right? No. More on the floor. I got to go next door. Cross out that 5, make it a 4. I got 14 minus 8. 14 minus 8 is 6. So I have 6 containers and 6 ounces left. So 6 containers, is there going to be any left? Yeah, there's going to be a little bit left. 2 ounces shy of 1 more container. I guess he's going to have to eat that stuff. All right, last page coming up.